Thanks, Michael.
It really is crazy because within the last month or two, they took away the rights to most of the Forza games, and we never used to sell Forza games at all.
And now people get it.
Oh yeah, and now we like immediately sell them. Like,
whoa! He's not allowed in this room because enemy pathing in the RE7 dev games is awesome. You can literally see that it's like an invisible wall.
Yeah, you literally can't get in. I want to say, I don't think a lot of these PS5 games are going to get to the point of, like, ridiculously rare GameCube games where they're, like, $300, $500, $700, but I think a lot of these, like, games that are coming out brand new, like these indie horror games for, like, $30, might be, like, $80 or $100 games one day soon. Especially since the digital rights for indie stuff seems a lot more fickle than AAA. Like, an indie company seems like it would be tougher for them to keep an indie game up for download, especially if it's not selling at all, that they would be more likely to pull the plug on that than, like Sony could just keep all of their catalog up and be like, whatever. If we sell it, we sell it. I don't have any,
Nice camera angle. Okay.
I don't have any, statistics to back that up, but I just feel like that makes sense for that.
Alright, oh yeah. Okay.
What was that one game that I gave you for PS5? I always forget what it's called.
Indica?
Yeah, Indica. That's one. If you see copies of Indica, pick one up for yourself. It is a really weird action slash 8-bit slash...
Is that the one you were talking about, where it's the nun...
walkie-talkie? Yeah, nun game.
That has the devil as her friend or something?
Yeah. It is really weird and, like, half-baked. Like, clearly something that, like, did not have a lot of, like... really cool idea, but didn't have a lot of money or a big studio backing it. And it got a physical release. And it's like, that game is going to be super rare one day. No question at all about it. There's just certain ones I see them and I'm like, yep. Same for, I know every once in a while PS4 games still get released. If anything gets released for PS4 in the year 2025, if you can get, like, as long as it's not like $60, buy yourself a sealed copy. It'll probably be a JRPG too. I mean,
I guess I can't fight them all.
Although I don't know, there's no way the sports games get released this year. There's no way for PS4.
I don't know.
Oh man, I was surprised Madden 25 got released for PS4.
Yeah, we'll see, but I bet it's maybe some of the sports like NHL won't come out, but I bet Madden will come out.
Baseball already didn't come out.
Right.
Madden 24, or I'm sorry, MLB 24 didn't have a physical release. It was digital only for PS4. But, oh my god, that would be so weird. That would be so many years of Madden on the PS4 alone.
Well, it's one more to the pile.
Right.
You're quite the tricksy little rabbit to have made a good plan.
What that?
I like how you just, like, slammed her in the ground.
Yeah, these roses are not having a good time.
They're fine. See ya. Oh yeah, this puzzle.
Which way of Rose dying is the best?
I think it's hanged, then stabbed, then arrow. Yeah, this entire thing, like, all these, like... Oh, dang it, I didn't do it right. Alright. Hanged. Then Arrow, I guess.
Arrow to the knee.
It's good. Okay. So Arrow and then Drowned. I think Arrow's his last. This entire setup of like you're playing at the Masked Man Duke games, and he's like watching you like through TVs, and you're seeing all these like dead roses in weird specific ways. It almost seems like some sort of like snuff game. It's like it's really weird and off-putting.
It's like Manhunt.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a game I could not play. It is just a little too...
Manhunt 2 is even more ridiculous.
I know it's PS2 graphics, but it's just a little too violent for me. And I understand the irony of me playing like Resident Evil and Silent Hill and stuff, but
it gets to a certain
I don't
point.
know.
I agree.
The only redeeming thing about Manhunt is that you're killing a bunch of other really bad people. So it's not like you're like... It's not like you're like, hey, kill these innocent people. It's more like, hey, these guys are all murderers and awful people. I forget what the guy's name is, but the watcher guy that's watching you, you know, for fun. That part's fine. Just like, oh, that's an LP we should do eventually. The Suffering. That seems like a pretty fun game. I played it like once in a. I played it for a little bit a while ago.
It seems interesting. It seems like a lot of combat, but could be
Yeah, definitely more combat than it is hard, for sure. But I just like the idea that it's all prisoners, and the prisoners. It's like Dead Space. Except for instead of all these normal people turning bad, it's all prisoners turning bad. Nice.
That's fine. There's so much stuff there. They give you like a pipe bomb, and I want to save it for. There's only one boss. Well, there's two boss fights in this, but basically all the combat is in this first section. And then the second section is just complete all walkie-talkie set pieces.
So yeah, that reminded me of a lot of parts in the Silent Hill 2 remake, where all of a sudden there's 40,000 enemies, and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna run and not have fun. Wait.
Mask? The Masked Man?
Nobody cared who he was?
Just barely. This ugly brute turned up. No shit.
I hope people are still making Dark Knight Rises plane scene references like 10 years from now.
It's definitely died down, but I still see it a lot.
It's for sure died down, yeah. Somehow, CIA and all that has died down, but Sneed is like more popular than ever, which is just crazy.
What about somehow Palpatine returned?
Literally, people care about Star Wars so little, they don't even want to make fun of it.
Yeah. It's just so pathetic.
That's when you know, because like, if somebody really is like really hates where your IP is and they're like mad, that's in a way it's almost a good sign. You know you've lost everyone when it's just pure apathy.
Yeah, true death is indifference.
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
for sure.
That's where I don't know anything about the series, but that's essentially where Doctor Who is now for a lot of fans.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's just pure apathy. Because for a while, a couple years ago, 2 to 5 years ago, they were like mad. They're like, why is this happening? Why are these storylines so stupid? Whatever. Now it's just like, oh, Disney has Doctor Who? Okay. That's fine. I don't care. It's like, oof.
Disney buys all these IPs and it's just completely ruins
It's
them.
amazing. Is there a video game series. Actually, yeah, everything Ubisoft. At least from most of what I hear, people are just like, okay. I was trying to think if there's any like series that like is just pure apathy. And I think it's honestly, there's a little bit of anger when it comes to Assassin's Creed, but it's only like the really, really loud people about it. But yeah, anything Ubisoft generally is like, okay.
The craziest thing is that I read an article about how Ubisoft gets, because they're like based in Montreal or something, they get like millions, hundreds of millions of dollars of like tax like benefits from the Canadian government.
No, the thing I don't understand is Ubisoft did it's not Sea of Thieves, it's the other one. The one that really messed up.
Do you make these puzzles too?
The first quadruple A game. What the heck did they call that?
Oh, Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones. Ubisoft did Skull and Bones. And that was made in, like, Singapore. And it was, like, funded a lot by, like, the Singaporean government, which is why that game eventually had to come out. Like, they couldn't just scrap it. And I'm like, how does that work out? Where you get, like, a governing body to, like, give you all these grants and stuff. Like, I don't get it.
I guess just to promote, like, job growth or something.
Yeah.
I know that happened with Poland and, like...
Cyberpunk?
Yes, Cyberpunk and CDPR in general.
Yeah, apparently CDPR is, like, one of the biggest natural exports from from Poland. Like, it's a pretty big deal.
It's easier.
Like, imagine if, like, the government / president or whatever went to, like, Valve and was like, hey, so our GDP really depends on, like, you making Half-Life 3. Can you please, like, make Half-Life 3? Thank you.
Yeah, this room.
This is one of the hardest rooms in the Mercenaries levels. It's always like a choke point.
Makes sense. The only way to do this safely is to, like, there's like 4 guys that spawn down there. You just have to, like, run up the stairs and just take them out one by one. These ghouls do, like, die in one shotgun shell, but I want to save all my shotgun shells if possible. Alright, oh, right. I did this today, and I did the same thing. You have to go downstairs first.
No.
Because Rose runs slower than me somehow. It's quite the ordeal. Oh, they all spawn now? Alright, let's just do this.
I see us kind of pull him up.
Yeah.
So as of right now, the NFL playoffs are happening, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are playing the Baltimore Ravens. And I quite don't like the Ravens, and I'm pretty indifferent towards the Steelers, but RJ is in shambles because I just checked the score a couple of minutes ago, and it's 21-0 Ravens at halftime.
Oh, that's
RJ in shambles. He kind of knew. The Steelers they were on like a 4-game losing streak going into the playoffs.
Are they like hurt or something?
They're just one of those teams that fizzled out.
Rip.
Unfortunately. So the Ravens were like heavy betting favorites and all that. But I was hoping that when I checked the score it'd be like 10-0 10-0 or like 14-10 or something. But I was like, oh, 21-0, bro. I think the worst part is it's not even a good game then. Like after this, I was like, oh, maybe I can put it on and watch like the fourth quarter, and it's like, why? It's gonna be like 35-3. There's literally no point.
Man, even with me avoiding like so many of the enemies, I'm still like low on ammo. This mode just gives you no ammo at all.
When you see RJ tomorrow, you should be like, hey, how you doing? Hi, how are you? Ooh. And he'll say, I don't want to talk about it. The worst
Yeah,
part,
it definitely sucks because football, it's like it's all or nothing, just
yeah,
one
all or
game.
nothing. And the worst part is the Steelers and Ravens are like, they're the biggest rivals. So to get BTFO by your biggest rival in the playoffs is like not fun. It's the least fun.
Thank you, yellow tape.
Oh, I was gonna say the exact same thing. Thank goodness there's yellow tape.
Easy peasy.
Why do Rose's hands look so weird?
Do you see her neck too? It's because of her weird mold powers. They're getting like progressively worse as she like unlocks more of it.
Heh. Classic big bad guy, instead of just being like, I will kill you. Oh, because, I see.
Yeah, because like it's literally like snuff games to him.
You were but a hop, a skip, and a jump away from claiming your crystalline prize. I knew the real Rose would be so much more lively.
There's a character, have you ever seen the show Monk?
Oh, he literally said the word, okay. I guess that is the general gist of this. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, so have you ever seen the show Monk?
Yeah.
There's a character in that called Dale the Whale. He is a bedridden guy, he's like 1,000 pounds. But he's extremely rich. So he always is pulling strings, just kind of like how he's doing. And it's actually some of the best Monk episodes because Monk has to prove, like, how did Dale the Whale do this? Like, I think the first episode is in, Monk's like, I think Dale killed this guy. And everyone's like, okay, how? He can't get out of bed. He literally can't. And it kind of reminds me of that for this. And of course, because he's like bedridden, like he gets enjoyment out of like, you know, seeing people suffer and messing with people and all that kind of stuff. So if you haven't watched the show Monk, it's about as comfy as humanly possible. Especially the early seasons. They're all good. I like the newer seasons, but in terms of pure comfiness, can't go wrong there.
Thank God that's over.
I've been definitely thinking about watching a new sitcom I've never watched before. I think I'm going to start watching Frasier because Spencer raved about it.
I do
Like
really
last
like
year.
Frasier. The first season is like,
I was hoping.
I don't want to say rough. It's, you know, it's like Seinfeld,
Yeah.
where the first season's really figuring out what it's doing. But I actually can't watch it because for some reason Ash just hates it. Like, she says it depresses her because, like, the colors are very, like, muted and all that stuff, so I only watch it when, like, I'm alone.
You can't watch Frasier, but you must watch my Disney Slup.
Luckily, she doesn't make me watch that too much.
Okay, good.
I'm almost done with Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'm on season, like, 10 out of 12.
How does she watch Curb Your Enthusiasm and not get depressed?
I have no idea.
That's
I don't get
That
it.
show's so
I don't get it. Because she's literally like, no, this show, like... I'm sure she would let me watch it if I pushed and was like, come on. But I'm like, alright, whatever. Like, it's not that big of a deal to me. I usually... But there's nothing like watching Frasier, like... in, like, the morning on, like, a Sunday or something like that. It is, like, the ultimate comfy show. Like, Sunday morning during the winter, it's snowing outside, you got a little coffee, put on Frasier. That's pure comfiness. No.
Yeah. I can finally get rid of
Are you
this
almost done with it?
No.
But
Oh, okay.
I have to admit, I lived with them for so long. It's kind of
Yeah, RJ's sad.
weird.
There's a
Let them go.
there's a boss fight we have to do, and then
I know.
we entered the second stratum or whatever it's called, and then I'll stop there.
Gib. The gold mask.
Chemo.
I know you get your extra abilities and stuff like the mold abilities, but Rose does not seem to get a lot of firepower in this.
She
DLC.
only gets a handgun and a shotgun.
Okay.
I mean, we're almost done with all the combat in this DLC already. We have this boss fight to do, and then the next section is completely no combat, and then it's just the final boss.
This reward. Almost looks like the real thing, doesn't it?
Debated.
Wrecked kid.
It's a replica, of course. Nothing that valuable could ever manifest on this stratum. Did you really think I'd give away something so precious? I had to.
Why would the
beg
Megamycete's
something.
memory even have a purifying crystal in it? Because the crystal is real, I just don't understand why it even exists.
Because Megamycete.
It seems like it's like keeping kryptonite in Superman's kidney. It doesn't make any sense.
Trust no one, not even yourself.
Now,
To be fair-
the real fun.
Yeah, no, I exactly understand what you're saying. I can understand Superman keeping all the kryptonite he finds in his Fortress of Solitude, if that makes sense. Like, obviously away from him, but like, if you know where it is, enemies can't use it against you, I guess.
Shit. Even uglier now.
Wow, are you like spamming it and she shoots that stuff?
That's how slow she shoots, yeah. This is why I've been saving all my sprigs of white sage and all my shotgun shells, just to make this easier.
I like how it's like a face on a face. It's pretty cool.
That's tape.
There's some shotgun shells around here.
I thought you'd be more of a fighter. Run, rabbit, run, run, run.
5, that's pretty good.
Yeah, she's not even that great at that weird reloading technique. Okay.
Did I do it?
Wow, look at you. So much feistier than those other little ones. This is the affliction. Time to shake things up.
See a nerd.
He's not dead?
Where is he? Oh, there it is. Roar!
Do you have to fight him again?
You had to fight him like 3 times.
Wow.
Although he has much less HP on this leg.
literally,
Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. It's fine.
literally point blank shots with the shotgun.
Wait. Oh, okay. That was weird.
Insipid fight I've ever seen. Don't let her get away with
Ah,
that.
that works. I was like, I don't know if that'll work.
I only know because I did that today.
Call this a show?
Classic on the back. Absolute point blank shots.
Oh, he's doing his teleports behind you technique.
Literally.
Enough with the dilly-dally. Finish this.
I know I'm making this fight look like Baby's first boss fight, but if you don't like save all your sprigs for this, it's really annoying.
Yeah, the sprigs are the thing that clearly make the fight. Nice.
Useless creature. Such a disappointment. No matter.
No.
Your
that's a-
imminent demise is inevitable.
Oh, Steelers scored a touchdown. So you're saying there's a chance.
What if they do make a comeback?
That would be great, because then I could actually watch a good football game for once.
I wish I could run that fast in the game.
Nope. Michael! Michael! That's it. I'm restarting AVGN.
Oh yeah, that's from Moonwalker.
It's the same as that's it, I'm going fishing. Makes one reference to a random Sega Genesis game. That's it, I'm starting AVGN over. The question is, when am I going to stop this time? Am I going to stop when he gets to the movie parts? Am I going to stop when it gets to Green Dog Surfer Guy on the Genesis? Am I going to go the whole way till it gets to Shrek for Game Boy Color?
Stratum.
Who knows?
There's some good like episodes near around the AVGN movie,
Don't want
but
to.
it's really inconsistent.
Well, yeah, I love Spielberg games. I
Spielberg
love that
games,
episode. And that's near the movie.
the Tiger Electronic episodes
What's
are like
with a
amazing.
normal
The
life?
Atari Sports one is amazing.
Yes.
I then you
that's-
have ones like Toxic Crusader that are
I
just
think
like
the Tiger Electronic
unwatchably
is
bad.
post-movie, actually.
Yeah.
Make me normal.
I think
Not
Tiger
going
Electronics
back
is
until
like
I
when
find it.
it was like it's not like his best episodes, but it's definitely the peak of that era, and then it was downhill
So.
from there.
Yeah. Still, my least favorite that I remember, besides maybe the Shrek one, because that I hate skits. I just hate it so much. Shrek might be my least favorite, but I think my least favorite, the episode I actually cannot watch, is the Sega Activator with that bald guy, Keith Apicary or whatever his name is.
This.
You know what I'm talking about? It's kind of like the Power Pad, but it's the Sega thing, and it's all it is James and that bald guy dancing around a room and breaking stuff on purpose. It is literally the worst.
Usually, most of those episodes where he has a co-star, I just hate them so much I don't even watch.
There
them.
is one that I do.
Other than the Mike Matei episodes, because they're so bad. They're Kino.
No, there is one of an actual celebrity that I like. The Macaulay Culkin one is good. I like Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, that one's alright.
He actually, we were gonna go. He
was on Red Letter Media.
Yeah,
like,
a
best of the worst. Of the
couple weeks ago, right before Christmas, he was in Reading doing this event where it was like at a movie theater and they were playing Home Alone, and then he came out for like a Q&A afterwards, and I was like, oh dude, I want to go to that so bad. But it was like 3 days before Christmas, and it was just, you know, with work it was difficult.
Okay.
But I was like,
this
that's
is
cool.
weird.
Okay.
That it?
Yep.
Alright, boys and ghouls. We will see you next time with probably finishing off Shadows of Rose, if I had to guess. I don't remember this being a particularly long DLC.
Yeah, we should be able to finish this. I hope so. I don't want to play this game anymore.
You're right. Just getting to that point of being done with it. Alright, y'all. We will see you next time. And